Hello, everyone, and welcome to day number four of the 101 ways to love yourself. Yesterday was really difficult, man. I woke up. I have an abundance, a 21 days of abundance workshop going right now with quite a few people that are in my life. And I'm also a part of a 21 days of abundance workshop. If you're interested in that, make sure you text me. I'll go ahead and add you into the next round of 21 days for the abundance workshop. And I was writing down in my notebook, this notebook right here, part of the exercise that it was to work on for the day. And the exercise for the day was abundance and the law of least effort, right? See, a lot of people, they believe that you have to work really hard in order to achieve abundance. But I know a lot of people that work really hard that don't have abundance. I also know a lot of people that don't work that hard that have a lot of abundance. So what is that? What is that? What determines abundance and not abundance? Right? I think that a lot of us have a tendency to feel doubtful that we'll be able to achieve our abundance because we know that we should be doing something that we're not doing, or we know that we're not producing enough in order to obtain the things that we want in life. So we automatically go into, I have to work harder. But ideally, it's defining what you want in life and then taking the necessary actions in order to acquire the abundance that you desire, regardless if you're working hard or if you're not working hard. Okay? That's just a little segue. Anyways, I was working on that, and part of the exercise was to write my thoughts on my mother. And I was writing down the thoughts about my mother, and then all of a sudden, I was asked by my mother to stop a business that she's a part of, and it upset me. It upset me because I was working on abundance, and then my mom, who I was writing about, who I didn't even know I was supposed to be writing about the day before, asked me to stop the flow of what I was considering a part of the abundance that we're curating. So I got frustrated, I got upset, I didn't have compassion involved in the conversation. I was like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Like, why would you even want to stop something that's working so well? It's so easy. It's, people are happy. We're getting great reviews. And why would you want to stop that? And so I got upset, and it literally disrupted my entire day. I totally did not use my consciousness in that conversation, and I totally did not have any compassion for what my mother was going through that made her say what she said. And I shared that on social media yesterday, and I also shared it in the day 3, which was taking care of your body. And now we are on day 4, and you can tell from yesterday's video to today's video that something happened with me. And what happened is that I didn't beat myself up, but I was accountable for my actions, and I eliminated the fear of the future that has yet to exist. I apologized to my mother for my actions, and I have compassion, and I had compassion for what she was going through. And then I get to what day 4 is about. I rested. So day 4 of the 101 ways to love yourself is about getting enough rest for your body. Now, some of you may say, well, I sleep a lot, but I don't really feel that good during the day. Or I had a good night's sleep, but I didn't wake up with a lot of energy. Or I have a pretty consistent sleep schedule, but I really don't feel happy in life. So let's talk about it, because we're only on day 4, okay? And we still have 98 more days to go, okay? And days and ways to go, okay? So once again, don't beat yourself up if you're not feeling like you're loving yourself, or if you're not having a consistent experience of fulfillment in your life. Don't beat yourself up about it. Because like I said in day 2, it takes time for evolution to process. It takes time for us to evolve into the human being that we're committed to being. So forgive yourself. That was actually day 1. Forgive yourself, okay? For the things that you may do that impact your life in a negative way, or that may not be impacting your life in the way that you would like for it to. Forgive yourself and then continue on, okay? So let's get back to rest. Rest doesn't always have to be in the space of sleep. Rest can take place if you're just relaxing. It may take place in the form of having a beer while watching a television show. It may take place in the form of you reading a good book and having the experience of soaking in knowledge. It may take place in the form of meditation and turning on some good soothing music or good soothing sounds and allowing for your vibration to become at ease. Rest may take form in the space of yoga, or even going to get a massage. But let's get down to the point of sleep. Because in my practice, in my hypnosis practice, my hypnotherapy practice, which is God's Hands Hypnosis, shameless plug, godshandshypnosis.com. Go visit it, make sure you book a session with me, because it really helps in life. A lot of my patients, they have challenges sleeping when they first come to me. And I always ask them, why do you have a problem sleeping? And some of them may say that they don't sleep through the night, or when they lay down, they don't automatically go to bed. Thoughts just continuously flow through their mind throughout the day. And they wake up feeling groggy or anxious about the day. So let's talk about how you go to sleep. See, there's different levels of consciousness, okay? There's the beta consciousness, which is kind of like how we communicate, how we're communicating right now. And then there's the theta consciousness, which is right between the moments where you're in beta and then you slip into a relaxed, calm state to where you feel like you're resting, you're cozy, you got the blanket on top of you, your head is snugly in the pillow, and you're starting to drift into what's called delta, which is your dream state. And that's where healing takes place. Theta is where you can communicate to your subconscious mind and things get reprogrammed in it. That's the space that you go into when you get hypnotized, okay? You go into a theta space because your consciousness is no longer being blocked by your critical mind, which is the mind that protects our subconscious from being altered. And that can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. You know, it can protect you from jumping off a cliff because someone's suggesting it, or it can be a bad thing because you want to feel better about life. You know, you want to eliminate the thought of some tragic experience that may have happened in your life. So theta is the space that you go into when you get hypnotized, but it's also the space that you go into when you begin to rest. And a lot of time people, they say affirmations during that space, or to have earphones in your ears playing affirmations or soothing music, or even a hypnosis session, whether it's by me or someone else. But delta is where the healing takes place. And in some of our sessions at the Sanctuary of Love monthly, some people will slip into delta because you'll hear them snoring, right? Some of you are watching right now and you're like, that's me. Some people will slip into delta, and then when they wake up, they're like, oh my God, I felt like I was sleeping. Well, you were, because your consciousness slipped into delta and came back up to theta, but didn't reach beta quite yet until you wake up. So our goal is to get into delta. But how do we get from beta to delta if we can't stop our mind from thinking? So here's a few suggestions for you. When thoughts are going through your mind and you can't stop them, just say to yourself, to your thoughts, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the thoughts. And you can move on. Thank you, and move on. Thank you, and move on. Thank you, and move on. And then, once you begin to feel your thoughts slowing down, then you want to start focusing on your breathing. And as you're focusing on your breathing, you want to say this mentally in your head. I am conscious of my breath. I am conscious of my breath. I am conscious of my breath. And what will happen is that you'll go from beta into theta. It's just like anything else. You can't go from crawling to running. And when you have to give yourself direction into achieving something, it takes practice and it takes time. So you have to bring your mind down to theta before you enter into delta. So you continue to breathe. And then thoughts may come in like, oh my God, I'm not tired, I'm not tired, I'm not tired. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And move on. I am conscious of my breathing. Thank you. And move on. I am conscious of my breathing. See, the thing is, guys, your consciousness actually has the power to alter your experience of life. But most of us get riled up by our emotions and our feelings. I don't feel tired. But you know you need a rest. But I don't feel tired. So you haven't given yourself the patience, or you may not have utilized the tools to get yourself from beta to theta down to delta. Now, when you start feeling your body like jolt a little bit, right? And, you know, you wake up and then you're like, oh, and then your body jolts a little bit. Then you're entering into that delta state. And that's where you get a chance to relax, rest, and recover. So the goal is for you to go from beta to theta to delta so that your body can recover from your experiences in the day. All right? So if you're having a problem doing that on your own, you know who to call, you know how to get to me. You can either text me, call me, or visit godshandshypnosis.com. I'll be glad to support you in your journey for a restful night. It's very, very important to get rest. I can't repeat that enough or ingrain that enough into your brain. It's extremely important for your body to rest. I know a lot of people are like, oh, sleep is for losers, or, you know, I'll sleep when I'm dead. It's like, okay, great. That was a cool thing to say in the early 2000s. It's complete bullshit. Get rest. Your body needs it. Even if you need to take a nap in the middle of the day when you get tired, rest. Okay? Part of building your body, even when you're working out, is to rest so that your muscles can recover, so that they can get stronger. Okay? So if you have a job where it's like you're utilizing your mind a lot, or if you have a family where, you know, the kids are taking a lot of your energy, or, you know, you've just been really busy all day or what have you, it's very, very important for you to rest so that you can recover, so that you can be who you need to be in order to be a contribution to your life. Okay? So I look forward to seeing you on day 5. Hopefully I get into no arguments today, so I'll be in a great space to do that. That was just a joke. And tomorrow, I'm not really sure what day 5 is yet, but I'll make the announcement in the morning when I release the video. And once again, I look forward to seeing all of you, or as many of you as possible, at the Sanctuary of Love on the first day of every month in North Hollywood. Visit thesanctuaryoflove.com to register and get your tickets. And outside of that, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you share this content with all of your friends who you feel may benefit from it. Because sharing is the way that the information spreads to the world. Okay? So remember 3 things. Be God, be love, be you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.